Hi everyone, this is Sona. If you're new to me, definitely hit that subscribe button below, hit the bell notifications, and so you'll know when I'm posting a new video. Today I want to talk about listening to others' stories. I'm doing a series of videos of what I've posted on Facebook, and I felt that I should share it in a video and elaborate on it more. So today is going to be about listening to others' stories. And I'm going to read this to you. And I think it pretty much explains everything what I'm feeling. One of the best ways of learning things is by listening to other people's stories. Why? Usually, when you can really feel someone's emotions, the memory will stick well. One of the truest statements is people don't usually remember exactly what happened, but they sure do remember how it made them feel. That is a key to manifesting is how you feel about a certain thing or certain experience or a certain emotion. If you've done any kind of research on spirituality, you'll find a pattern. Most deeply spiritual people have some kind of dark past that they had to go through in order to reach a spiritual maturity that they are now at. Guys, whoever had been with me from day one since I started this channel, you saw me go through the transition of being homeless to being where I'm living now, and I'm still going through some experiences right now, and I'm not sure, but I got that official diagnosis of having kidney cancer, and now my surgery is scheduled. So I'm going through some dark shit right now, uh, as well. This phase in people's lives are called many different things: facing the shadow, a dark night of soul, mirror work, shadow work, and the list goes on and on. What we're getting at is spirituality isn't love and light like everyone thinks everyone likes to think. That it is there is a real work to be done in order to manifest your true soul's purpose. What is the dark night of the soul? You know, those experiences that we were not always proud to share, maybe these recollections are things that have happened that you've tried not to ever think about again, suppressing them from your conscious experience. Or maybe they've affected you so much that the reaction you have to certain situations in your current life stems from a subconscious learned behavior from your past. Whatever the case is, the dark night of the soul or the shadow work that everyone unknowingly tries to avoid will bring it to light. You see, this process is integral to being able to manifest your true soul's purpose. Why? Without facing these buried experiences that we would rather not talk about, how can you truly know yourself? A big factor about manifestation that most people miss is that you have to take radical responsibility for where you currently are in your life in order to manifest a life your soul truly desires to live out in this realm. Without extreme accountability, you'll never know what needs to be addressed in order to live your full potential. This is not an easy task. In fact, our brains are wired with flight or fight reactions, meaning that your brain registers that there's any kind of danger ahead. You'll either be triggered to fight against it or to run away. Whether you're here to reassure, I'm here to reassure you. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied, that the growing pains that you probably experience on this spiritual path is not only completely necessary, but it's also universally and spiritually intentional. How to get through this dark night of the soul and shine your light bright. We just talked about the body's natural reaction to the shadow work, fight or flight. So the first step to conquering this critical part of your soul path is to approach it in a conscious way. This means you need to be fully aware of accepting of what you're about to dive into. As I said before, there is no easy task. And to make it even more inviting, you just don't have to have one of these Phoenix moments. You'll have to continue to experience them in order to get closer and closer to your higher self. Don't let this discourage you. Simply remind yourself that as long as you're incarnated here on this realm, there is always work to do. So why wouldn't you want to learn the easiest way to integrate your shadow work into your life? If your initial response to facing your subconscious shadow self is to fight back and cause chaos, it's imperative that you don't let fear overcome you. Again, this is not easy, but it is necessary. When you react out of fear, we're more likely to lash out and destroy our relationships around us that are actually supportive of our soul's path. Avoid this. Recognize that you're getting worked up and try to find the trigger in the situation. Why are you triggered? Are you acting out of emotion? Is the chaos that is being created really aligned with your highest self? These are the type of questions that can calm you down and give you a different perspective. If your initial response is flight, when you face your subconscious shadow self, you have to also work on not acting out in fear. This is no easier than the flight response above. Not the flight, but the fight response. Flight, I get those complete, fight or flight, because they're just similar spellings. This is no easier than the flight response above, so just as necessary. When we run from something out of fear, we're more likely to self-sabotage the very things in our lives that have been working so hard to manifest. To avoid doing this, take a moment to think about the big picture. Everything you want is on the other side of fear, and I say this all the freaking time. These are some of the thoughts that can ground you again when you find yourself running from challenges. The soul knows what's best for you, so don't fight against it. Sometimes we're stepping into our true purpose. Certain situations will be manifested before us to help us hurdle into the next level of our lives. There are people who would naturally try to go around the hurdle, sit in the same place, or even try to bulldoze through. But neither of these approaches are the best way to face challenges. With anything, your strength gets better over time as you face more and more hurdles. Through your life, you'll become more and more comfortable with jumping over them correctly. Knowing a few things about yourself, like your natural talents area of opportunity, can make your training that much easier. Whether you're ready to manifest a life your soul is yearning for, or you're fine facing the shadow work, learning about your soul path will reveal so much about you, including how to handle these situations. Guys, I have been through so much shit in my life, and I am not perfect, and I am still learning to navigate, but it's becoming more easier to navigate through all the challenges I'm going through. And so I invite you to take this time. If you need to replay the video, do that, and sit with yourself and figure out how you can make these challenges. If you need the help, definitely reach out to me, and I will be glad to help you navigate through this. I'm going to end with that. Again, if you feel the need to repeat this video, I suggest you do so. I leave you with this. It starts with you. I'm Sona Suni. Definitely leave a comment below. Tell me how you like the video. Subscribe. Tell me where you're tuning in from, and I'll see you on the next one. All right? Bye.